Hello everyone, my name is Shivani. I'm a Canadian licensed immigration consultant and I'm also the founder of Zeste Immigration Services Incorporation. We have proudly launched this initiative to offer free French language lessons to help on your Canadian immigration journey right here on this very YouTube channel. As you may know, French is becoming a key factor in Canadian immigration, and many programs now provide easier or faster pathways if you have strong French skills. Whether you're aiming for a Canadian work permit, direct permanent residency from within Canada or your home country to Canada, or looking to boost your CRS or PNP scores, French can open many doors. That's why we are committed to providing full French training from level A1 to C2, from beginner to advanced level, completely free of charge on this platform, on this very YouTube channel. We will be uploading videos regularly, so be sure to subscribe and stay tuned and watch each lesson to get most benefit from this opportunity. This entire series is our way of supporting you on your immigration path, and your support means the world to us in return. Thank you, and let's learn French together for a brighter future in Canada. Keep watching this video to continue with your French lesson. All the very best for this lesson and many more to come.
For lesson 15, our lesson objectives are when to use le passé composé, so the past tense, how to correctly form le passé composé, and understanding the difference between using auxiliaries avoir and être. So we spoke a bit about auxiliaries before, so it's not going to be something totally brand new, but we'll teach you guys how to understand the difference and know when to use either or. So what is le passé composé? Le passé composé sert à parler d'actions terminées dans le passé. En anglais, cela correspond à I played. That's the simple past. I have played. That is the present perfect. And I did play, past emphatic. En français, toutes ces formes se traduisent par un seul exemple. So in French, we have passé composé. It talks about something that already happened. For example, my neighbors watched a hockey game. Mes voisins ont regardé un match de hockey. So it happened in the past. So how do we form le passé composé? Well, we use the subject plus an auxiliary, either avoir or être. Au présent, then we add un participe passé, which is the verb that you want to use, conjugated in a certain way. So let's say for the example we used, regarder. We're trying to use the verb regarder, not the verb avoir. So we take regarder, that's the last part of our passé composé, and the auxiliary avoir is going to be the beginning. So with using avoir as your auxiliary with the majority of your verbs, it's going to sound something like this. J'ai apostrophe instead of je. So j'ai cuisiné. I cooked. Tu as cuisiné. So it's using the present tense of avoir and then adding le participe passé at the end. And it's about knowing how le participe passé has to look in that certain verb. Il a cuisiné. Elle a cuisiné. Nous avons cuisiné. Vous avez cuisiné. Ils with an S ont cuisiné. Elle with an S ont cuisiné. So that's how it would sound with any kind of, with the majority of the other verbs when you're using avoir as the auxiliary. Now with être. Je suis arrivé. I arrived. So tu es arrivé. Il est arrivé. Elle est arrivée. Nous sommes arrivés. Vous êtes arrivés. Ils sont arrivés. elles sont arrivées. So when you use l'auxiliaire être, sometimes the end of the verb you'll add an E if it's female or an S if there's more than one person, depending on your pronoun used. Whereas with avoir, it's just accent aigu instead of R for A. So basically, the gist of it is with être as your auxiliary, il s'accorde en genre et en nombre avec le sujet. So it agrees with the noun, with the pronoun, or the subject of the sentence when être is used as your auxiliary. Now, les participes passés, il y a trois groupes. So there's three groups of past participles. Okay, so there's le premier groupe with verbs ending in ER, like marcher, nager. There's a second group with ending in IR, finir, choisir. And there's a third group, which is the irregular verbs that you must learn by heart. They are faire, prendre, dire, voir, dormir. Now, when we use those as les participes passés, they could sound something like this. So, les verbes en ER, j'ai marché. Nous avons nagé. The verbs en IR, finir, elle a fini. Tu as choisi. Now, when we're talking about the third group, which is the irregular verbs, it could sound something like this. Je fais mes devoirs. J'ai fait mes devoirs. I did my homework. Il a pris le train. He took the train. Nous avons dit la vérité. We told the truth. Vous avez vu le film? Did you see the movie? Ils ont dormi tard. They slept late. So that's how we would use those three participes passés dans les trois groupes. Now we're going to talk about les verbes de mouvement. So movement verbs with être. So utilisez l'auxiliaire être avec les verbes de déplacement. So we're going to use the être, the auxiliary être, with movement verbs. For example, descendre. So you're moving. To go down. Il est descendu au sous-sol. He went down to the basement. Okay? So, retourner is to return. Elle est retournée au marché. She returned to the market. Monter, to go up. Nous sommes montés à l'étage. We went upstairs. Sortir, to go out. Je suis sorti hier soir. I went out last night. Venir, so to come. Ils sont venus chez moi. They came to my house. Aller, to go. Je suis allé au cinéma. I went to the cinema. Naître, to be born. Mon oncle est né en 1958. My uncle was born in 1958. Devenir, to become. Elle est devenue artiste. She became an artist. Entrer, to enter. Nous sommes entrés dans la maison. We entered the house. Rentrer, so to return. Je suis rentré tard. I came back late. Tomber, to fall. Il est tombé sur la glace. He fell on ice. Rester, to stay. Nous sommes restés à l'hôtel. Arriver, to arrive. Elle est arrivée à midi. She arrived at noon. Mourir, to die. Son chat est mort. His cat died. Partir, to leave. Je suis parti à 8 heures. I left at 8 a.m. Now, very close attention. Some verbs have double auxiliaries. So, les verbes à double auxiliaire. Sortir, rentrer, monter, descendre utilisent avoir s'il y a un complément d'objet direct. So when there is un complément d'objet direct, we use avoir for these verbs. Otherwise, we use être. Elle est sortie hier. She went out. Elle a sorti le chien. She took the dog out. So both of them use sorti. One is with l'auxiliaire être and one is with l'auxiliaire avoir. Ils sont rentrés à minuit. Ils ont rentré les vélos dans le garage. So we just have to make sure that when there's a complément d'objet direct, that we use auxiliaire avoir instead of être. Now, I'm going to say a sentence in English, and I would like for you to translate it in French for me. So the first sentence is, I have stayed at my cousin's place. I have stayed at my cousin's place. Now, in French, that would be Je suis resté chez ma cousine. Je suis resté chez ma cousine. And if you were a female saying the sentence, you would add un e after resté, because that symbolizes that the subject is female. Now, the second sentence. Roger and Amira went hiking in the Rockies. Roger and Amira went hiking in the Rockies. In French, we would say, Roger et Amira sont allés faire la randonnée dans les Rocheuses. Number 3. My uncle and I cooked dinner together yesterday. So how would that translate in French? My uncle and I cooked dinner together yesterday. In French, we would say, Mon oncle et moi avons cuisiné le souper ensemble hier. Mon oncle et moi avons cuisiné le souper ensemble hier. Number 4. Tiffany ate at the restaurant last weekend. Tiffany ate at the restaurant last weekend. In French, we would say, Tiffany a mangé au restaurant la fin de semaine dernière. Tiffany a mangé au restaurant la fin de semaine dernière. Number 5. My sister has taken my charger. Isn't that a problem for us all? My sister has taken my charger. How would we say that in French? Correct. Ma sœur a pris mon chargeur. Ma sœur a pris mon chargeur. Now we're going to complete a little exercise where we're going to fill in the blanks with le passé composé. So we're going to practice how to do that. I'm going to give you the verb that I want you to translate to passé composé. Nous allons à Montréal pour la fin de semaine. Nous allons à Montréal pour la fin de semaine. The answer is sommes allés. So we're going to use le verbe être as our auxiliaire and do nous sommes allés à Montréal pour la fin de semaine. Numéro 2. Ils faire une tarte aux pommes. So, ils faire, au passé composé, une tarte aux pommes. The answer is il a fait. So in this case, we used auxiliaire avoir. Il a fait une tarte aux pommes. Numéro 3. Mes parents venir chez moi hier soir. Mes parents venir chez moi hier soir. The answer is mes parents sont venus chez moi hier soir. Numéro 4. Tu voir ce film. Tu voir ce film. La réponse, the answer. Tu as vu ce film. In this case, there's an interrogation point at the end. So, tu as vu ce film? Numéro 5. Elle naître en Ontario. Elle naître en Ontario. Elle est née en Ontario. Elle est née en Ontario. So now we're going to break down a sentence and to understand it. So une phrase à comprendre. So I'm going to read the sentence in French. You're going to translate it in English as best you can, and then I will read it to you in English as well. Let's begin. Lundi, mes enfants ont visité un musée à Toronto. Pendant ce temps, je suis allée chercher des livres à la bibliothèque. Quand nous sommes rentrés, nous avons cuisiné des biscuits ensemble. So I'll read it one more time. Lundi, mes enfants ont visité un musée à Toronto. Pendant ce temps, je suis allée chercher des livres à la bibliothèque. Quand nous sommes rentrés, nous avons cuisiné des biscuits ensemble. In English, we would say, Monday, my children visited a museum in Toronto. Meanwhile, I went to pick up books at the library. When we got back, we baked cookies together.